Welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina, Bank of America Stadium, and the Duke's Mayo Classic. This ought to be a fantastic showdown and just the flavor every college football fan can't wait for. Hello and welcome, everyone, to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Florida Gators, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Mustangs have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Guys, let's chat about Florida. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoffs. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Gator! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
A lot of offensive coordinators script their first 18 to 15 plays. Who needs it? Forget that. Just come out and score right away. First possession, you put points on the board. You create some momentum for this offense and for this season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside the spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Might be calling a hot route. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot.
Slips one guy, now he's loose. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get the... on the ground when they catch the football.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside. First down. Throwing right. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Makes the catch, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy can catch it or nobody can catch it.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. For just a second, let's take a big picture view of SMU. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. And because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
This offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. 4th down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with. But he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision, tucks it, and gets the big 4th down conversion.
Snap in the shotgun. Looking to get it in. Touchdown Mustangs! They punctuate the chance for the trip to the end zone. Extra point here will tie the game. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They go 83 yards on the drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And wings it incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Caught close to the marker. It's Brown. At the 45 on his way. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Florida. A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
It's complete on the right side. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
The pitch to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love DBs that want to tackle. They get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
The Mustangs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Throws for the tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football. They have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Extending the play. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude.
Well, we saw earlier in the game after not getting it on third, going for it on fourth down and having success. So you got to wonder, after that incompletion, are they going to try that again and stay aggressive here on fourth?
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Using his legs, it's ball. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
To throw, it's Baker. Quick completion on the out route. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on first and 10. Give to the running back. Gets it past the marker. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
Now, how does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Makes him talk to the hand. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Slithers into space. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Defense wants to bring the heat. They'll run it. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. That gives him 54 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Brown. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. They go right back to it. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Gator! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
unloads it left. A strike downfield. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
You gotta love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation that time. Saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted. Took his shot. He is in a groove.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, SMU! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Really nice job by the quarterback there, just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown, and that's exactly what happened.
And he puts through the extra point. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot, and I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking for a man. It's Baker. He'll take the deep shot. Makes a catch at the 20. Touchdown, Florida! He got a step and just dusted the field. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got him in the flat. Show him a little juke, and he's up to the 30 before he's brought down. Guys, let's have a look at SMU. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25.
And he loses the football on the return. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Every punt returner is going to try to score a touchdown every time he gets the ball, all right? You got to do a better job, though, with ball security, understanding that you're not going to the house, but you can't turn it over and give it right back to the other team.
He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Mustangs can really attack on this second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Mustangs are facing 3rd and inches. Give to the big fullback. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
I tell you what, fullbacks are kind of dying breeds. You just don't use them very much. So when you bring them in the game, a lot of times you bring them in the game to be physical and stout blockers, and then occasionally you give them the ball in those short yardage situations. You say, go get me a first down, big fella.
Sends it downfield. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Mustangs.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Tennessee managed to eke out the victory in a tighter-than-expected one. And they'll be singing from the top of Rocky Top after this one, no matter the final score. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection to pressure there, caused the missed timing.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Fine.
Oh, he's got some space. He's now up to 77 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
Runs through the tackle. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The give on the option. Got room to work. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, and now looking at third and goal. Quarterback just flat, missed complete.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
Fires into the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Got the first down, looking for more. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Off play action. He wants to go deep. Intercepted to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's first down. Looking downfield on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Might be changing the route. And back to the air on second down. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Baker. Fires toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And I don't blame this offense at all for throwing the football down here. Like, you can trust. He's already got 4 touchdown passes on the day. He's proven he's trustworthy. Nice job by the defense, not getting fooled again. They had a bad day, but that was a good play.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
The Gators come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
But when you've had the day that this guy has had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Back to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
To the air, it's Baker. He's got him. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is extended a little further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop form and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Going to swing it on second down. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Quarterback making adjustments. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He spins that thing down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Red pass hits complete. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Baker. With the catch, it's Sampson. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. He's going to run it. It's a fumble. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
And if you're an offensive coordinator, you're like, whoa, thank you, Jesus. We got the lead. We're in a great situation. We got to continue to put pressure on the defense, run that clock in the second half with our lead. Thank goodness that
breaks into the open. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Off the play fake. Dances away to buy time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Got it, looking for a first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll pull it on the read. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Gator! Great job by the back on the option.
Great job by the quarterback when he's making the right read. I got to get that defense to commit to me. Now I pitch it. Running back catches it. I'll take this. I'll do the rest. But it was a great read by the quarterback.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Looking for a huge play. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Fires toward the target. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got the tight end. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The Gators are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Florida! And the beatdown has ensued.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Nebraska rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Wants to go up top. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. This time he's got his man. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Mustangs headed quickly to the line. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Quarterback adapting. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next. He lets one fly deep. And this one will be ruled incomplete. Made the catch, but just couldn't stay in bounds.
And this is a tough spot for QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but Also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the defense.
Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. That's caught. It's Brown. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got him this time. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Making side adjustments here. Wants to keep it in the air. Finds a tight end. Turning it on. Touchdown, SMU. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun. Almost had the completion, just missed it. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Running to Green. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be 3rd and long. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And they're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far today. Bringing the heat. Oh, he's got a chance. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Man, such a great job using his feet, being smart. You got the lead in this football game. Don't force the ball down the field. Gets the scramble, gets the first down. What a clutch play in the 4th quarter.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Gators come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Deep shot for the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. He's got it upright. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the 4th quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab, ready for the 1st down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. He's looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mustangs!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he made the extra point without problem. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Don't think that one made it 10 yards before they got the eager paws on top of it, and the flags will fly. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, And that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
Man, that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth.